In this video, we're going to take a look at some administrative details to help you negotiate the Math 216 statistics course this semester. We will be meeting twice a week on Tuesdays and Thursdays, so a full 2-hour class each of the days. A textbook is required. You've got 3 options. There's a hardback, which is relatively hard to find at this point, a 3-ring binder, which is what the HCC College Bookstore carries, and that one proves very handy for most people, as you can insert your other projects and work right into the textbook part of the binder. And the third option is an electronic one, which I'll speak a little bit about later, although that's generally not as handy. You will need a calculator for the class, the old TI 83, 84 that you may well have owned since middle school. That one's certainly adequate. I allow for the TI 87 and 89 that are more advanced yet even in the 84 Silver series, which some classes don't allow, but it's okay for this class. There's a student study guide available that's purely optional for you to buy. It just has more problems worked out in it and answers other than just the odd numbers. There is a MyStatLab from Pearson, the textbook publisher. I do not, repeat, do not require that software. The syllabus and about everything else you want will be on the HCC Blackboard site. You'll need your HCC login and password to get on it, then click on Statistics 216 and it'll go there. There may be a website later. We used to have a good course website, and then the college reorganized their whole web page thing and it all got deleted. Hasn't been restored yet. The Blackboard site is arranged by units, blocks of chapters, if you will. Unit 0, which is the stuff for before class, which this video is part of. And then Unit 1, which is chapters 1, 2, 3, 4. The second unit's 5, 6, and 7. The third unit is chapters 8, 9, and 10. And the last unit is chapters 11 through 15. Each of those units then has the same hierarchy of stuff in there, including the links to the notes, the suggested homework, the projects, and any quizzes or exams that might be taken via Blackboard as opposed to in class. You need to think of the syllabus for this and every class as a contract between you and the course instructor. So all the course policies will be in there. The part that most people actually do read in the syllabus is what's titled the Opportunities to Excel. And you want to take a look at that. I'll show you how many points are involved in each of the kinds of activities that we're going to do. But the course as a whole has 1,000 points total for the semester. You accumulate points as the semester goes on, and then after the last exam of the course, you add up the number of points and assign a letter grade off of that. Not surprisingly, 90% or 900 out of 1,000 points is an A grade, 800 and up, B. Now, how about these things? There's with the homework, the quizzes, and the tests. And the answer is there's suggested homework. They're almost always the odd-numbered questions, since the answers to those are in the back of the book. And what you'll see, and I make no hiding of the fact that most of the quizzes and the tests come from the even-numbered questions right out of the book. So you should expect that if the homework is numbers 5, 7, and 9, question number 6, number 8 would be likely to be a quiz or test question. If there's late work, you can be assigned to 0 points for that, or I may accept it late. Instructor's discretion there. There would be a decrease in the number of points as a late fee, so to speak. We will be using Excel in this course. There's 4 different Excel projects throughout the semester. All students have an Office 365 account, so the Excel, the equivalent of Excel 2019, but Excel 365 was in there, and that's what we'll be expecting you to use. There's attendance policies, both college-wide and for this course specifically. My specifics include the definition, if you will, of an excused absence, which means that I know of your absence before class starts, regardless of how poor your excuse might actually be. And then it's at the instructor's option to have make-up work if there was a quiz or some other exercise that you missed. Attendance is in your final score at 40 points total, plus 10 additional points if you have perfect attendance. Perfect in this case means no unexcused absences. So you may have been absent from class, but if they were excused, it's not the unexcused. There's some general HCC policies on this syllabus, like there are on all the other ones you've gotten. Last count, there was 13 of those. We should note that the email on the ALMail will be a must-read. That's how much of the class communication takes place outside of the actual classroom. We do need to realize what the federal definition of a credit hour is. This came about because of the concern about all this online coursework, both the quality of that work and the quantity that students were being asked to do. And quite honestly, it fell short in a lot of quality areas. So there's a federal definition now for it. And it says that for this course, which is a 4 lecture hours per week, that one should expect 8 or 12 hours of extra study per week in this course. So you add up the 4 that were in class, the 12 that were outside of class, that's 16 hours a week or 2 full-time days. Or if you want to break it out over the whole semester at 37.5 hours per credit hour times the 4, well, you should expect about 150 hours. And that, in the federal definition, should, not will, but should result in a passing grade. And passing in this case means a D, C, B, or A. The D's, however, are not transferable. So really, in your own mind, you should think of passing as being just an A, B, or a C. There's a student code of conduct noted in the syllabus, and it's pretty much the same for all community college courses. There's the college attendance policy explained, which basically says you're expected to show up. It also says that extracurricular activities, sports teams, for example, are excused absences, but back on my definition of an excused absence, I need to know about it ahead of time. What the college requires the instructor to do, however, is if a student misses 3 consecutive class periods, that has to be reported via ALNet. And what that can lead to is the loss of your financial aid. There's also a series of academic policies in your syllabus, 21 at last count. They're the same for all courses. If we have to have the class canceled, perhaps for inclement weather or perhaps for some pandemic-related reason, check your ALMail and Blackboard for that day's work. And you should expect it to be 1 full class's work. So 2 hours worth of new material and a couple hours to follow up on it, just like it would be if we were in class. So hopefully that won't happen, but we never know. Harvard Community College has some great student support services. There's 19 of them listed there. It's just superb how much additional student help is there. All you need to do is ask for it. It's all free too. Like all syllabi, there's a disclaimer at the end that says we can alter it at any time, any place. The instructor can change it up. You'll see almost no changes though, except a little bit in the schedule as we work through the semester. Your Blackboard site will have announcements, lectures, videos, soft chalk lessons, suggested homework, some of the quizzes, a little bit of the exams, and it also has the Grade Center. Try to keep the Grade Center up to date. It's not the official copy, but it's usually pretty close to the official copy. If we have a course website, it'll have all the same things. And the nice part, to get the website back up this semester, is that your siblings, your uncle, your tutors, they can all read all that same material on the website without having to use an HCC login like you do with Blackboard. I should note your performance in the class, and every class is tracked both college-wide and within the STEM division. So just know that that happens. the STEM dean doesn't mind if we have a 30% D grade, failing grade, or withdrawal. It's just that it needs to be cleanly documented. So it'll show whether you've been coming to class, whether your assignments have been turned in, and the like. That sounds rather negative. So let's think of this as a more positive experience, which is statistics, as far as your future employment go, are real money course. Future employers love to have people that can look at data, can understand the data, can do the basic statistics on the data.